Good morning. This is Pastor Zach with the Goodland United Methodist Church with your morning devotion for Friday, June 8th. Today I'll be reading from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 5, verses 1 through 11. Once while Jesus was standing beside the lake of Gennesaret, and the crowd was pressing on him to hear the word of God, he saw two boats there at the shore of the lake. The fishermen had gone out of them and were washing their nets. He got in one of the boats, the one belonging to Simon, and asked him to put it out a little way from the shore. Then he sat down and taught the crowds from the boat. When he had finished speaking, he said to Simon, "Put out into the deep water and let down your nets for a catch." Simon answered, "Master, we have worked all night long, but have caught nothing. Yet if you say, 'I will let down the nets.'" When they had done this, they caught so many fish that their nets were beginning to break. So they signaled their partners in the other boat to come and help them. And they came and filled both boats, so that they began to sink. But when Simon Peter saw it, he fell down at Jesus' knees, saying, "Go away from me, Lord, for I am a sinful man." For he and all who were with him were amazed at the catch of the fish that it had taken. And so also were James and John, sons of Zebedee, who were partners with Simon. Then Jesus said to Simon, "Do not be afraid, for now you will be catching people." When they had brought their boats to shore, they left everything and followed him. This story from Luke makes me think about putting myself in that place, thinking about those fishermen and what they knew in their world and what they knew in their life. I think about what it must have been for them to have that experience with Jesus. They had spent their lives on these waters. They had spent hours and days trying to catch fish, and they had tried everything and been in every place. And then Jesus comes and says, "Do something you've already done and failed at. Throw it out of the deep waters. I promise you, you're going to catch something." And they catch so much they had to bring a second boat, and even then the boats began to sink. But I think about these fishermen and the world they knew. They likely had no idea of the world that was out beyond their little space for fishing. They had no idea what God had in store for them and no idea what God would reveal to them. That when Jesus came to the shores that day and told them to cast out their nets, and then they drop everything and follow him because they're now going to go and catch people. They were going to see a whole new world. Their horizons will be broadened. They're going to go beyond what they knew, beyond what they had experienced, beyond what their families had done, because they felt the power of Christ and wanted to lay it all down and follow him. So I ask, what parts of our lives have we been sheltered from hearing God's call because we stay with the familiar? We don't think about what can be beyond the horizon, what can be beyond what we know and what we experience. Where might Christ be leading us in our lives? That we could experience new things, that we could be a part of the catching of people and bringing them to Christ and to know God. We invite you to join us on Sunday at the Goodland United Methodist Church for worship at 10:30 on the corner of 12th and Sherman. Have a blessed day.